Hi, I'm Miranda. This session is going to be fairly slow and gentle, encouraging us to breathe more deeply to calm the nervous system and also stretch out muscles that clench up when we're anxious and also restricting the breath, making us even more anxious. So if you come onto your back and just take a moment with your legs bent, with your hands resting on your belly. Taking a moment just to breathe more deeply. So first of all, make sure you're breathing through your nose. It's a much more relaxing, calming breath than breathing through the mouth. We can't hyperventilate through the nose. So taking a moment to really breathe slowly, deeply through the nose. And when you breathe in, try and make sure that as you breathe in, your belly rises. As you breathe in, draw the breath down into your belly. Feel the belly rising. And as you exhale, feel the belly dropping. So inhale, visualize maybe that there's a balloon expanding in your belly on the inhale. And as you exhale, the belly falls. And exhale more. And as you exhale, you should feel your tummy muscles engaging. So the more you exhale, the more they engage. Inhale, relax your tummy muscles to allow the breath to come down into your belly. And exhaling fully. So breathing down into the belly, using the diaphragm more, also calms the nervous system, slows us down. And when we breathe faster, it makes our heart beat faster. It can make us feel dizzy and lightheaded. So it's really important to breathe more deeply, more slowly, through the nose, down into your belly. And exhale more. So what we're going to do is we're going to breathe in to a count of about 4 and exhale to about a count 6. Inhaling to about a count of 4 down into your belly through your nose. And exhaling to about a count of 4 out through the nose. Keep going, and just remember that if we want to calm down, we want to breathe out more. The inhale stimulates the nervous system, the sympathetic nervous system, which hypes us up. And the exhale stimulates the parasympathetic nervous system, which is the one that slows us down, calms us down, rest, digest. Then we're going to bring the knees into our chest. And circle the knees. So bring the knees in, separate them, take them away from you and back together again. So 2 circles with the knees, a little bit like breaststroke with the legs. It's freeing up around the hips. And when we get anxious, we can really clench around the buttocks and around the hips, the front of the hips particularly, and the pelvic floor. It's freeing up, allowing a softness. Then take the circles in the other direction. Just letting these circles be as big as feels good in your body. So continuing to breathe through your nose. And then bring your feet onto the floor. Bring your right knee in towards your chest. Straighten your left leg, push away with your left foot, and press down with your left thigh, and just draw that knee in, snuggling, holding around the shin. And again, breathing through your nose, draw your breath down into your belly, and exhaling fully. Long, deep breaths. Again, inhaling to about a count of 4, and exhaling to about a count of 6. So long, slow breaths. And this can also really help our gut, just encouraging a little bit of pressure in our gut. And the gut is so responsive to how we feel emotionally. Then catch hold behind your thigh. Inhale, take your foot up to the ceiling, up to where you feel a stretch in the back of your thigh. And exhale, let the foot come back down. Inhale, take the foot up to where you feel a stretch. And exhale, let the foot come back down. And again, take the foot up to where you feel a stretch. And then reach away with your heel and point your foot. Reach away with the heel and point. Reach away with your heel and point. And then we're going to change legs. So if you straighten that leg along the floor and bring your left knee in. Again, catch and hold around the shin. Draw your leg in, push your right foot away, press down with the thigh. And again, focusing on your breathing. So breathing through the nose, inhale. Again, to a count of about 4. Exhaling to about a count of 6. Again, long, slow breaths. So breathing deeply like this really encourages muscles to let go. You can often get back pain when we're stressed and tense. So this is a lovely release in the back. We're going to stretch the hamstrings in a minute too, and the hamstrings can get very tight, and again, can pull on the back. So anxiety, stress can really cause pain as well. Then when you're ready to, catch hold behind your thigh. Inhale, take the foot up to the ceiling, up to where you feel a stretch. And exhale, let the foot come back down. Inhale, take the foot up to where you feel a stretch. And exhale, let the foot come back down. And again, take that foot up. And then reach away with your heel. And point your foot. Reach away with the heel. And point. Reach away with the heel. And point. And then bend. Bring both knees in towards your chest. And again, hug. And rock from side to side. And then we're going to roll over to our right side. So if you make a pillow with your bottom arm and take your top arm in front of you. When you're ready to, inhale, take the top hand along the floor, up beyond your head and behind you, and allow your body to turn out behind you off to the left. So you reach that arm back, and then as you exhale, take the hand towards your hip, over the hip, and back in front. And again, your inhale along the floor, up beyond your head and behind you, reaching back, allowing your body to turn. And the exhale finishes the circle. And keep going. Maybe close your eyes. This is one of my favourite movements, particularly if I'm feeling a bit stressed, a bit anxious. Really feel that lovely stretch, that release around the shoulder, around the rib cage. So just let the movement be slow with the breath, and it should feel good. If it doesn't feel good, if you have pain in your shoulder, have a hand on your shoulder. Just reducing that circle and making it a bit lighter for the shoulder. But as long as it feels good, the arm is straight. And then when you finish that circle, make that the last. And if you roll over onto your other side, I'm going to swivel around, so I'm still facing you. So again, bottom arm underneath your head, top arm in front. When you're ready to, again, inhale along the floor, up beyond your head and behind you. And as you exhale, finishing the circle over the hip and back in front. And keep going. And again, close your eyes if that feels good. Really feeling that lovely openness and the release. And it's very easy when we get anxious to breathe in a shallower way. So then we're not, and then the muscles get tightened up around the ribcage, and then we can't breathe so deeply. So the whole thing becomes such a vicious circle. If we can just remember to breathe more deeply, to stretch out the muscles that are tight, we can break that circle. Again, just really enjoying this lovely freedom release. And then making this the last time. If you come onto your back and catch hold behind your thighs and rock up, forwards and back a few times. And rock up to sitting, or come up to sitting in any way that works for you. And sitting cross-legged, if sitting cross-legged is okay for you, but otherwise have your legs out, sit on a cushion, make sure that you are comfortable, and make sure you're able to sit up tall, because if you can't sit up tall, you can't breathe deeply. So take your arms down by your sides. When you're ready to, inhale, take your right arm up, reach up and stretch, and exhale over to the left. Reach, stretch more, inhale, come back up again, and exhale, take the hand down. Inhale, left arm, reach up and stretch, and exhale, over to the right, reach. Inhale to come back up again, breathing through the nose still, and exhale, back down. Inhaling when you're ready to, right arm comes up. Exhaling over to the left. This time we're going to stay here. So root down with the sitting bones, particularly your right sitting bone. Reach with that hand. Make sure your neck is happy. And again, maybe close your eyes. And as you breathe through your nose, think about taking your inhale all the way down to your right hip, all the way up to your armpit. And exhale fully. So deep breaths in, all the way down to that right hip, all the way up to your armpit. And a big, complete exhale. And again, your own time, deep breath into that side. Really feel that lovely space you're creating. Space for all your organs and your lungs and your heart. Then inhale, come back up to center. And exhale, take the hand down. Inhale, take your left arm up, reach up and stretch. And exhale, take the arm over. And again, settle here. Root down through both your sitting bones, particularly the left sitting bone. And again, breathe into that side. Take your inhale all the way down to your left hip. All the way up to your armpit. And exhale fully. Deep breaths into that side. Really directing the breath down before you take it up. And also making sure that you exhale fully, completely. We often don't exhale enough, and when we don't exhale enough, we hold on to tension. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, take the arm down. Then take your left hand to the outside of your right thigh, right hand behind you. Inhale, sit up tall. And exhale, turn to the right. So just coming into a twist. And close your eyes again and breathe deeply here. Again, through the nose. It's quite a restricted breath. If you breathe really deeply, just observe what happens to the breath, where it moves to. Observe how it spirals a bit. Finding places to move to stretch out into. And then while we're here, we're going to do a bit of neck movement, just to release tension around the neck. So if you turn off your head to the right, and then dip your chin down, down towards the middle, and over to the left. Dipping your chin down, down through the middle, and off to the right. And same thing again, down through the middle, off to the left. And again. And then come back to center. Other side, so right hand to the outside of your left thigh, or you could use a chair if you're sitting on a chair. Take your left hand behind you. Inhale, sit up tall. And exhale, turn to the left. And again, close your eyes if you're happy to. Breathe deeply through your nose. Long, deep breaths. And again, observing the breath. Observe where the breath moves to when you breathe deeply in this stretch, in this twist. Feel the muscles stretching around the rib cage, the diaphragm getting a stretch too. That big dome of a muscle underneath the rib cage. And then again, turn your head off to the left. Drop your chin down, take it down through the middle, and turning off to the right. Drop your chin down, take it down to the middle, and off to the left. And again, the same thing, down to the middle, off to the right. And then down through the middle and off to the left. And come back to center. Then take your arms out to the side. Inhale, take your arms back, reach back. Exhale, take your right arm underneath your left arm. Wrap your arms around yourself. Take your shoulders down. Close your eyes. And again, breathe deeply. You'll feel how the breath is quite restricted at the front of the chest. As you breathe really deeply, feel that stretch and the release between the shoulders and around the upper back. Really releasing tension here. Long, deep breaths again through the nose, always through the nose as much as possible. But observe too how you are giving yourself a hug. Really allow yourself to be hugged. Hugs create a hormone called oxytocin, a love hormone. It makes us feel happy, relaxed. And even if we give ourselves a hug, our bodies produce this hormone. Really feel this hug. Then take your arms out again, take them back, reach back. Exhale, left arm underneath your right arm, wrap your arms around yourself, close your eyes, and again, take your shoulders down, breathe. Again, breathing as deeply as you can here, observing the stretch. That release around the shoulders, the upper back. Again, observe the hug. Really allow yourself to be hugged. A moment of self-gratitude, self-love, understanding. And then release. And roll your shoulders. Then we're going to come into downward dog. So if you come onto your hands and knees, spread your fingers, tuck your toes under, lift your knees up and come into an upside down V and pedal your legs. You feel a lovely sense of release in the backs of the legs and the feet. It should be a lovely soft movement. Releasing, stretching. Then come up onto your tiptoes, up high. And exhale, take your heels away and down. Inhale, come up onto your tiptoes. And exhale, heels away and down. One more time. And then bend your legs. Make sure your knees are pointing directly forwards. Take your tail away and up, then straighten your legs as much as they straighten. And breathe deeply through the nose again. Really exhaling fully, so maybe even exhaling through the mouth, sighing it out. Inhale through the nose. And exhale, sigh it out. Inhale through the nose. And exhale, sigh it out, or maybe just a long exhale through the nose, but fully. One more time. Really feel as you exhale your body releasing here. Then come to your knees. Come up off your hands and step your right foot forwards. Bring your hands onto your hips and tip your pelvis back and lunge forwards. Feel the stretch in the front of the hip. Then we're going to take the hands behind our heads. Clasp your hands behind your head and lift your breastbone up. Reach up. Feel the openness in the front of the chest, that stretch in the front of the hip. Breathing deeply. And then bring the chest back to neutral. Take your hands behind your back, clasp them together, and raise your arms away from your bottom and up. And then again, lift your breastbone a little. And breathe deeply. Feel that openness in the front of the chest here, that stretch. And come out of it. And change legs. So take the left leg forwards. Hands on your hips for the moment and tip your pelvis back. And then lunge forwards. Bring your arms up. And then take your hands behind your head. Clasp them together. And lift your breastbone forwards and up. So your head is just comfortably supported in your hands. Really feel that openness again in the front of the chest as you lift your breastbone forwards and up. And then coming out of that back bend there, take your hands behind your back, clasp them together, and then take your arms away and up. Again, lift the breastbone a little bit, and breathe. Deeply, again, it's quite a restricted breath because we're really stretching out here, but it just means that when we come out of it, we feel more relaxed. Long, deep breaths. And then release. Coming out of the lunge, knee back. Coming back onto your hands. Spread your fingers. Tuck your toes under. Again, coming to that downward dog. Again, breathe deeply. And take your feet a little bit further back. Come to your knees and come onto your belly. And bring your hands to rest underneath your forehead. Just making a pillow with your hands. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze your buttocks. Inhale, relax. Exhale, squeeze your buttocks. There's just a bit more release that happens in the front of the hips here. Inhale, relax. One more time, squeeze your buttocks. Feel the front of the hips letting go. These muscles tense up when we're anxious. And just a few more deep breaths here. Without squeezing the buttocks, just observe your breathing. Breathing down into the belly. And exhaling fully. Notice how as you lie on your tummy, that exhale, that full exhale, the belly is pressing down a little bit more. Encouraging the exhale as you lie on your belly. One more time, inhale. Pushing the belly into the floor to inhale. And really letting the floor encourage your body to exhale more. Then bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Shoulders away from your ears. Elbows in. Inhale, come into a back bend, into cobra. Keep your neck relaxed and soft. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, unfurl, coming into a back bend. Exhale, come back down. And again, coming up. Exhaling to come back down. And a few more times, just feeling that release in the front of your body, the back of the body working. And when we get anxious, our instinct is actually to curl up into a ball. We don't actually do that, but the muscles that would take us into a ball get tense and tight. The muscles on the front of the hips, the front of the chest, the hamstrings, the muscles in our back of our legs. We feel this opening, stretching in the front of the body. And coming down for the last time. And coming onto your back again. And bring your knees in towards your chest. Hug your knees and rock from side to side. Give your back a nice massage after making it work just there. And then if you take your right thigh over the top of your left thigh, snuggle your thighs over each other. We're going to give a good stretch to the muscle deep in the buttock here. So bring your knees in towards you. Push your heels away just to protect the knees. So bringing your knees in closer, just catching hold of where feels comfortable for you as you draw your knees in towards you. And push your bottom away and down. So knees come in, bottom pushes away and down, and you'll feel a stretch deep in your right buttock. Again, breathe deeply through the nose. The more deeply you breathe, the more muscles will let go. So if you find you can't breathe deeply, you're probably trying too hard in a stretch. So it's finding a place where you can breathe deeply. And the more deeply you breathe, you might find actually you're not getting much of a stretch anymore. It's let go. So you might find you can bring the knees in a little bit more. You might find you can push your bottom away a little bit more. And let go. And we'll change sides. So unwrap the legs, then take the left thigh over the right thigh. Bring your knees in towards you. Again, just snuggle them over. Flex your feet. Push away with your bottom, so reach your bottom away and down as you bring your knees in towards you. So again, just holding on wherever feels comfortable for you. And again, notice how the more you push away with your bottom and the more you bring your knees in, you'll be getting a deep stretch in your left buttock this time. Long deep breaths again through the nose. And a full exhale. Just remembering that the more you exhale, the more those muscles will let go. And release. Unwrap the legs and hug your knees and rock from side to side just to even out. We're going to come into a twist. So bring your feet onto the floor and just shuffle your bottom off to the right a little bit. And straighten your left leg and bring your right foot to rest on the left knee. So the arch of the foot is on the knee. Take your arms out the side, palms facing up. And then take your right knee over to the left. And just take it to where feels good. So the right hip comes up off the floor. And maybe you take the left hand and rest it on your right thigh, just encouraging that thigh, that hip to head over. And maybe turning your head off to the right. But close your eyes and again, breathe deeply. Think about taking your inhale all the way down to your right hip, all the way up to your armpit. And again, a full exhale. Deep breaths into that side, drawing the breath all the way down to the hip, all the way up to your armpit. Long, slow and complete exhale. Feel your body releasing again. The more you exhale, the more your body might release into this stretch, into this twist. But don't force yourself to be here. Only being where your body feels good. And then come back to center. Shuffle your bottom back to the middle. And then take your bottom off to the left a little bit. Straighten your right leg. Take your left foot rests just on the knee, so the arch of the foot is on the knee. Arms out to the side, palms facing up. And again, take your knee over to the right. So your left hip comes off the floor. Your right hand maybe comes to rest on the thigh. Sits there as a little bit of weight, encouragement, not forcing it. And just maybe again, you turn your head off to the left. Again, breathe deeply, close your eyes. And closing your eyes really helps us to settle, to slow, to calm. Really draw that breath down into your belly, so down with that left hip, all the way up to the armpit, and exhale fully. And we're thinking about taking that breath down to the left hip, all the way up. And a big, full exhale. Again, really feel how with each exhale, just maybe that thigh goes a little bit closer towards the floor, a little bit further over. And then come back to center. Bring your bottom back to the middle. And then bring your knees in towards your chest. Hug your knees and rock from side to side. And then we're going to come up to sitting. So we're going to do a breathing exercise before we do a relaxation at the end. So coming to sitting again, just make sure that you are comfortable. And we're going to do something called alternate nostril breathing. So we're going to close the right nostril with the thumb, the right thumb, and we're going to close the left nostril alternately with the ring finger of that right hand. So I will talk you through it. So make sure you're sitting up tall and close your right nostril with your right thumb. When you're ready to, inhale through your left nostril. Close the left nostril and breathe out of your right nostril. Breathe in through the right nostril. Close the right nostril and breathe out the left nostril. Breathe in through the left. Close the left and breathe out the right. Close your eyes if you're happy to. Inhale right. Close the right. Breathe out the left. If you're happy to, pause at the bottom. Close both nostrils. Then inhale left. And close both nostrils. And exhale right. And close both. Inhale right. Close both. Exhale left. Close both. Inhale left. We're going to do it one more time. Close both. Exhale right. Close both. Inhale right. Close both. Exhale left. And take your arm down. And then we're going to come into a relaxation. So make sure that you're going to be warm enough. If you want a blanket to put over yourself, that might be a nice idea. Or put a jersey on so you don't get cold. And come onto your back. Settle on your back. Make sure your arms are away from your body. And your palms are facing up. Close your eyes. And again, bring your awareness to your breath. Make sure you're breathing through the nose. And again, make sure you're breathing in and down. So as you breathe in, draw your breath down into your belly. Feel your belly swelling on the inhale and falling on the exhale. Really observe the breath and allow the breath to slow, to deepen. Become aware again of a pause after each inhalation and after each exhalation. Really allow the breath to be leisurely. And then bring your awareness to your right thumb. You don't need to move anything, just bring your awareness to the thumb. The right forefinger, third finger, fourth finger, and little finger. The palm of your hand and the back of your hand. Your wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, armpit. The right side of your waist, right hip, thigh, knee, calf, ankle, heel, and sole of the foot. Top of the foot, big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and little toe. Bring your awareness to your left thumb, forefinger, third finger, fourth finger, and little finger. The palm of your hand and the back of your hand. Your wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, armpit. The left side of your waist, left hip, thigh, knee, calf, ankle, heel, and sole of the foot. Top of the foot, big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and little toe. Bring your awareness to your belly, your chest, and your throat. Bring your awareness to your buttocks, your spine, shoulder blades, the back of your neck, the back of your head, and the top of your head, your forehead, your right eyebrow, left eyebrow, and between your eyebrows, your third eye. Bring your awareness to your right eye, left eye, right nostril, left nostril, your whole nose, your right ear, left ear, right cheek, left cheek, your jaw, chin, lips, and tongue. Make sure your tongue is away from the roof of your mouth. Allow your jaw to hang loose. Feel your cheeks melting towards your ears, and your ears melting towards the floor. Feel your forehead smoothing out, tension-free. Feel your eyes releasing into your eye sockets as all the muscles holding them there let go. even your brain inside your skull, letting go, your forehead smoothing out, tension free. Feel your neck softening, the softness in your throat. Feel your shoulders releasing away from your ears and down into the floor. Feel your whole body releasing, melting into the floor, totally supported by the floor, by the earth beneath you. Really feel the solidity of the earth beneath you, the support of it. And I want you to say to yourself, I am grounded. I am safe. I am grounded. I am safe. And take a moment, just allowing your body to be in this moment. Your mind and your body relaxed. And hold this feeling to become aware of your whole body on the floor in this room. Becoming aware of where you are. Becoming aware of sounds around you. And allow your breath to deepen. Then begin to bring some movement back to your fingers and toes. Wriggle your fingers and toes. And turn your head from side to side. Then take your arms over beyond your head. Clasp your hands together above your head. Turn the palms away from you and have a stretch. Point your toes, reach and stretch your hands, lengthen, have a yawn if that feels like a good thing to do. And push away with your heels and stretch again, lengthen, reach. And then bring your knees in towards your chest. Hug your knees in and rock from side to side. Give your back a nice massage. And then roll over onto one side. And slowly use your hands to push yourself up. Coming to sitting, keep your eyes closed just for a little bit more. And when you're sitting, rub your hands together until you feel a warmth between the palms of your hands. Cup your hands over your eyes and just stay there for a moment. It's a lovely soothing place for the eyes. And then blink your eyes open into the semi-darkness behind your hands. And slide your hands down your face to prayer position. Om Shanti. Peace. I hope that makes you feel calmer. But please do remember as well that when you're feeling anxious, if in doubt, breathe out. So it's when we exhale that we feel much calmer. And that allows us to breathe in more deeply. So just remember the exhale.